Ever imagine, like, just waking up one morning and bam, seven-figure bank account?
Who hasn't? Right.
Exactly. And that's what today's deep dive is all about. We're looking at this program, Shifting Vibrations, and it claims to do just that, using sound.
Sound, like music.
Kind of. It's about using specific audio frequencies to, get this, reprogram your subconscious for wealth. Wild, right?
Definitely a bold claim. I mean, we all want financial freedom, but can sound waves really make us rich?
That's what we're here to unpack. Now, the source material we've got is this YouTube review, and they really lay it on thick. They describe people manifesting dream homes, luxury cars, you name it. It's all very The Secret vibes, you know?
Right, tapping into that law of attraction kind of thing.
Exactly. But they take it a step further with this whole pineal gland activation thing.
Ah, yes, the mystical pineal gland. Always a popular topic in these circles.
So what's the deal with the pineal gland? Is it really some kind of wealth magnet?
Well, not quite. The pineal gland is definitely important, but its main job is producing melatonin, which helps regulate our sleep-wake cycle.
So no magic money powers then?
Not that we know of. It's more about getting good sleep than attracting riches.
Okay, good to know. But what about these frequencies? The program specifically mentions 432 hertz, 779 hertz. They even have names like Egyptian golden ratio, abundance pyramid.
It definitely sounds intriguing. And to be fair, some of these concepts do have roots in actual science.
Oh, like what?
Well, take binaural beats, for example. You familiar with those?
Vaguely. It's something to do with, like, tricking your brain with different sounds, right?
Sort of. Basically, you listen to slightly different tones in each ear, and your brain creates this third pulsing tone, the binaural beat. And studies have shown that these beats can actually influence our brainwave activity.
Really? So they can actually change how our brains are working?
To an extent, yes. Certain frequencies have been linked to relaxation, focus, even meditation. It's pretty fascinating stuff.
That is cool. But can they really influence, like, financial success?
That's where the science gets a bit fuzzy. While binaural beats can influence brainwaves, there's zero evidence to suggest they can directly manifest wealth. It's correlation, not causation, you know?
Right, like just because I listen to calming music while I work doesn't mean I'm guaranteed a promotion.
Exactly.
And speaking of things that seem too good to be true, this program leans heavily on the whole ancient Egyptians angle.
Ah, yes, because everything ancient must be true and powerful.
Right. But is there any actual historical basis for this claim, or is it just clever marketing?
Well, it's true that ancient cultures, including the Egyptians, placed a lot of importance on sound and vibration. But to say they had this secret formula for attracting wealth through frequencies is a bit far-fetched.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So what does this Shifting Vibrations program actually involve?
From what I gather, it's over 8 hours of audio tracks with these specific frequencies embedded in them. They recommend listening for at least 5 minutes a day, or even while you sleep.
5 minutes a day. That seems pretty low effort for such a big promise.
Right. And that's where the skepticism should kick in. They make these grand claims, but the details are very vague.
Exactly. Like, what does success even look like? Is it a specific income level? A feeling of abundance?
And how do these frequencies actually work to achieve these results? I never really explained that.
It all feels very, trust us, it works, which always makes me a little uneasy.
And that's where confirmation bias can come into play, right? If you're listening to these tracks and expecting positive changes, you might start seeing them even if it's just a placebo effect.
Oh, absolutely. I remember once I was convinced this certain type of tea was making me more creative. Turn out, I was just more inspired in the mornings. But I really wanted to believe it was the tea.
Exactly. Our minds are powerful and we can convince ourselves of almost anything if we want to believe it badly enough.
Very true. And this program definitely plays into that desire for a quick fix, especially when it comes to finances.
Oh, absolutely. And they sweeten the deal with a 60-day money-back guarantee.
Which is pretty standard for programs like this, right? Make it seem risk-free, even if the claims are dubious.
Exactly. It creates that urgency to buy now, don't miss out.
So where does all of this leave us? Shifting vibrations is a fascinating concept for sure, but the lack of scientific backing and reliance on pseudoscience is definitely a red flag.
It really highlights the importance of critical thinking, especially when it comes to something as important as our finances. The power of the subconscious mind is undeniable, but there are no shortcuts to wealth.
I think it's safe to say that true abundance probably doesn't come from a 5-minute audio track. Maybe instead of seeking external solutions, we should focus on understanding our own thoughts and behaviors and building healthy financial habits.
Couldn't agree more. Perhaps true wealth lies in self-awareness and mindful action, not magic frequencies.
Maybe that's the real shifting vibrations we should be exploring.